Hi guys, so on the 1st I released a video for Spellbinders new club kits for April, I want to make sure I'm saying that right, 2023, and a total unboxing of the total package, which is basically all of the clubs. You can get them individually, you can get them in different value kits or bundles, and this happened to be the total package. So I still have it, most of it here. Of course the card kit is separate and some of the stamps and things like that. But today I think what I'm going to try out is the large die of the month, and I think we're going to make it like a little, kind of like a home decor item. It's called, I think, Pierce and Punch Frame and Sentiments, because it does have the hello with the background, it has you with the background, it has thank, wishes, for, and best, and of course you can mix and match those to make sense, however you like to put those together. And I think I'm gonna make like a little, like a frame, but we're gonna make like an easel back for it. Hopefully it'll just be something we can put together pretty quickly. As far as the easel back, I just have an idea of making like a piece that kind of sticks to the back, and then it has like a little tea bag effect so that it can stand up. So something pretty easy. So let me get those pieces. Definitely gonna go grab some papers. We're gonna need some acetate, because I'm gonna go ahead and make it a frame. And then with the wording either on the inside or the outside, I'm not sure yet. We're going to need a couple different layers of this. I'll probably use the embossing folder of the month. And I think we used, in a previous video, the standard embossing folder. Yeah. So this time we'll use the 3D embossing folder. And this one is having a quilted look. So I'm just going to pop whatever paper I want back there, probably in this middle area, just to get the most of like that visual there. So I'll grab some paper for those things. We are going to use this guy, and then we'll figure out our wording in just a minute. So let me grab the papers that we're going to need to make our actual frame, the backing and all that stuff, because we have the inlays. Of course I went through all these things, talked about them all in the unboxing. I'll give you a quick measurement on this larger die. Metal to metal it is 5 3/4 inches, and metal to metal it is 4 1/2 in the other direction. So it's an A2 size, you know, like card front, or shaped card if you want to do that. Let me grab some papers and we'll get started. Just to start off with some things, what I want to do is, I saw this sparkly blue paper in my stash. I thought that would be really pretty to come through like this little inlay. So I want the blue definitely, but for the very background, like what's going to be inside my shaker type thing, I'm going to do this guy. So I'm just going to run it through. We'll have this yellow piece. And then we're going to do 2 frames at least. So I would need this one. That's going to be something like this, so I'll stick that down. Let's place this guy. We're not going to do the inlay on the blue piece because we need the blue to be there completely so that it shows through the white. That's going to have like the pierce and punch look to it, right? So let's go ahead and put that, something like that. And what happens is once I have this, I'm going to remove this middle piece, okay? I don't want to tape it down quite yet. Well, actually I can tape this one down. That won't hurt anything. What I want to do is go ahead and tape down this middle piece so that our frame is our frame, right? So we have this piece here. And then I would tape down this outer piece. And I guess if I wanted to save paper, I would have done this a little differently, but that's okay. So I'm going to tape this, and then we're going to get rid of this middle piece because we don't want that there. We don't want this piece right now. So I'll just kind of get in there and grab that guy. I'm going to run it through, so now I'm going to have a frame. And then on this white one, we're going to take that same frame, put it down with the inlay, with this middle piece, and then run it through. So the white has the piercing and the punching and all that fun stuff. The blue one does not have these cutouts. And then the background piece is just the background full piece. That's just this outer frame. I'll also run through one more time through white paper just to have another extra background piece just to make this more sturdy, okay? So I'll be right back. So let's put these to the side. So this is what I was trying to show you. So I have a full just white background that I'm going to use on the very back after I use this paper, especially because this paper is really thin. So I'm not even sure where I got this paper from, to be honest. It's quite thin. So I'm going to emboss this one. And I'm just going to place it here. So again, this is just like a background piece that I'll put on here. And of course, if you have the universal plate system, or you know, if you're using a Platinum 6 or whatever your system is, just make sure it's something that can handle a 3D embossing folder. This one's a little bit thicker than your standard embossing folders. And then I have, like I said, just the blue one without the inlay. So that's going to layer on top of this yellow one. And then this pretty one, the white one with the inlay that has the piercing and the punching, and that's going to put on there. And I have the beautiful blue and the beautiful yellow in the background. And this guy's just there as a supporting actor, so he'll be back here. And I think that's really pretty. So let me run this through. I'll probably in the meantime also take a quick measurement to see, you know, you can run your acetate through just like this, you know, and you'll have it the same shape and everything with the die, or you can just cut a piece of acetate, so which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to measure here. If it's about 4, let's say just shy of 5 inches, so maybe 4 7/8 by 3 3/4. So 4 7/8 by 3 3/4 piece of that. A piece of acetate that I'm going to cut down. Okay, and I'll be right back. Lovely. Oh, look at that. Look at the back. I'm telling you, I love the emboss side. I love the deboss side. Obviously, it's meant to be like this, but look how beautiful the flowers, that movement. I'm telling you, Spellbinders knocks it out of the park with 3D embossing folders, but you can use either side. I'll probably have this side showing just because it'll be a little bit easier to glue this side down since there's so much, you know, the flat areas that I will need. But I'll be right back. So let's start layering these bits. And this I ended up cutting about 4 3/4 by like 3 5/8. Okay, so hopefully that info helps you. Now we can definitely sandwich this in between these two. You know, if you want to put it here and then this on here, that's one way to do it. I usually just stick it to the back, so I'll layer those two together. But it does look nice, you know, tucked in there. But then you have that shininess kind of coming through this part, so I'll still do it the way I normally would. But for right now, what we're going to do is glue this guy to the blue one. And you know what, I was just thinking, I didn't have to clear out any of this. It just came out with all the bits out, so that's great. So let me just make sure, okay. This guy and this guy. Yeah. So I'm just going to hold that together until it's set up, and then I'll just put a little glue. Actually, we'll do it all at once. Put a little glue here. Right in the corners. Get this guy on here. Where I can see it not in the corners, that'd be great. And something like that. I'll just hold them all down, okay? And I'll be right back. These together, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this to this, and let me see if these are symmetrical. If they're symmetrical, what I can do is put one. Yeah, they're pretty symmetrical. Okay, so that way this back side looks nice. It's where the die kind of went into it, and the rough cut side is facing up. So I'm just gonna glue these guys together and just hold them together, and then we'll get some 3D foam tape and all that to create our actual shaker. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so let's get this guy back out. I was gonna go ahead and put it together, but maybe we should put our lettering on it first. So this is nice and sturdy. And then this piece will be on top. How cute. And again, you want to put your lettering on the inside, your sentiments or whatever it is. I like to clean this up since I have some extra glue here and there. I think I'm gonna put it on the outside. So before I do this stuff, let's go ahead and do, sorry, I'm speaking away from here. I mean, you can do thank you, for you, best wishes, hello, all those kinds of sweet things. I'm gonna do hello. Why not? Just something cute. But again, that's more of like a greeting card, but that's okay. So I'm gonna run this through some gold paper just so it pops. So I'll be right back just through some gold. So I just have the hello again. It does have an outer portion that you can also do, but I think that's cute just like that. So this in here. You can also, I mean, you can do it this way if you know, orient it that way. Obviously my image is going the other way. Put a picture in there. You can even use this inner frame piece to cut a picture for you, you know, or use the whole outside part. Let's just say hello right there. That'd be really cute with a picture in there, or even another picture that's cut down like with a die, like a little circle or whatever. Cute. Oh, a little more glue than that. So I like to put glue on the back of my hand like this and dab it into it when it has something delicate. So let's say that says hello, just right here. I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to grab some spangles or sequins or something to put inside, and I'll be back. So I'm just going to frame this out with some 3D foam adhesive. Now, of course, if I break it up, you just want to make sure you're butting up the other pieces to it. What I've noticed recently some people do is, if you know your glitter, your spangles should I say, or sequins are large enough, you can just use dots as long as the spaces aren't too big in between them, you know? So I'm going to lay this down here. And then, what else did I say? I guess that's it. So let me go ahead and frame this out. I'll take the carriers off and I'll be right back. Now we can make our little frame back and put that on first also, but I'm just going to put this together and we'll do that. So I have some of these cute little blue sequins. I was wondering, I think this might have come from one of the Spellbinders or their advent calendar. Something like that. And then this yellow kind of orangey. Again, I don't put too much because I don't want it to make it so it doesn't shake. So just a little bit of that. And if I was putting a picture in here, maybe I would put like white or very light colored sequins just to be super cute. I'm going to bring this closer to me, guys, just so I can see that I'm popping this on here. Especially since it has a very unique shape. Hopefully I'm getting that right. That looks about right. I'm going to turn it over real quickly and give it a squish from the back, because that's generally how I like to do that. And again, this could have been a shape card. I would just make this card base, this white piece, a piece that was folded over, and then maybe just hang the edge of your die off the edge so that it makes a, so it leaves the fold there, right, without being cut into. And then the rest of it will be the shape. And look how pretty. I love these colors. So bright and sweet. Fun for spring. Maybe you want to put some little rhinestones in those little centers. I mean, lots of other ways to dress this up. So we have that. And I literally just grabbed a scrap of paper. I think we'll make this work. How big is this? 2 inches wide? 2, 4, 5.5 inches. Okay. So let me cut this down. I'm just going to make this up. And it's about 2.5 inches wide. And maybe a little bit smaller since that one piece is a little ragged looking. There we go. So what we're going to want to do is, again, I'm just making this up because this is a scrap I just found here. I want like a 1/2 inch glue tab at the top. And we're going to fold this over. And it's going to glue to the back here. And then we want it to go up and back down. So, you know, however high or low. I mean, this has plenty to it. It's pretty long at 5.5 inches. I'm going to turn it to the other side. And we need, let's say, a 1/2 inch glue tab. Let's say 3/4 inches, no, let's say 1/2 inch up and 1/2 inch down. So 1/2 inch up, 1/2 inch down. Let's see what that looks like. So something like this. And basically that's it. So it's going to glue here and glue here, and that makes like a little tea bag shaped stand, and that looks really good. So again, that was 2 inches roughly by 5.5 inches. Scored at 1/2 inch on one side, scored at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5 on the other side. And to keep this guy down, what we're going to do is, let me really squish this with a bone folder. You guys know I normally do it with my fingers, but that's pretty thick, so let's go ahead and bone fold that. And let's put some glue on this so it does not move. We want it perfect there. This piece too. I'm putting it right at the base where the little jaggedy kind of parts start. That part can be right there. And I'm just going to hold it, and I'll show to you in a second. Well, it's going to want to pop up, but basically right at the very base, right? So it's not showing too much down here. And then that will help us hold it up, I hope. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to go ahead and bring it down a little more. Down to the bottom. That way it does touch the surface. So, okay, I'm going to hold it down. It's dry yet, but just want to show you where I put it. Right down towards the very bottom of those little edges sticking up. You can barely see it on this back side. So we have our beautiful little piece. Hello, you can open this up however large you need it to be to stand up your cute little piece. I know it's hard for you to see it, but it looks really nice. And again, if you wanted to rest more, like if you feel like that's too pitched, I think that looks really nice, but you can just make this wider, right? So I did 1/2 inch up and down. You can do 3/4 inch up, 3/4 inches down, an inch up, an inch down, and it gives you more variability. It's just a very easy way of making an easel back without making like one of those pieces that you have to cut out in the center to like stick it back here to make it sturdy and all that. So whatever you like, just do the measurements for that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I hope that gave you a fun idea on how to use these. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the clubs linked in the description box. And if you are a current club member, you also get 10% off your purchases on the website every day on the Spellbinders site. So just a really nice perk. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.